when this case first developed, they sent a guy from the FBI down to do a what do they call it? Profile.
Mm-hmm.
So they were on our side, and then I just felt like they just kind of abandoned us. And not only that, I got to thinking about it. But isn't it against the law to withhold evidence in a murder case?
Mm-hmm. Is it something? Do you feel too like the FBI is law enforcement here?
Right. I mean, and that's all we've ever done is ask for help. And now that we found something, we can't get it.
Yeah. I don't understand why law enforcement can't help law enforcement. To them, it may not be information they think would be helpful to us, but they don't know all the details of our case either. And there might be some little something that is a glimmer of hope that our police department can connect to it. I mean, I don't understand how somebody can make that decision miles away that it doesn't matter.
It really took a toll on me because, from what I understand, this guy could be a prisoner or he's in prison. And as far as I'm concerned, when you go to prison, you lose your right to vote and you lose all other rights. So here we have the FBI protecting a criminal that could help us in our murder case. I mean, I can't figure it. It really upsets me.
And y'all have been through so much in the past 30 years. I mean, roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. Do you feel like, are we ever gonna catch a break in this case?
Yeah, exactly.
You tell me.
And, if we can come down and figure out this DNA missing person, then we can go to trial. Because as far as I'm concerned, the case is solved. We just can't get to court.
I feel like every time we think we've made a little bit of headway, we take steps backwards. My hope is dimming considerably, unfortunately. And not only for us, but this affected lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, little kids that knew Amy were affected by it, and are still affected by it. And it took the toll on law enforcement. I mean, everybody needs a resolution, I think. Not that it's going to change anything for us. I mean, our life was changed forever that one night. And we do the best we can. But it would just help to know that whoever did it is paying the price that we feel like by law that they should serve. I mean, they're gonna answer for it one day, but I would like to see something happen here and now. I mean, we didn't have a lot to start with because of the fire and the water and them not expecting to find people inside. So we started off, in a bad situation with evidence, and it seemed like because we don't have a lot because of that. Every time we do something, it affects, it affects our case. And there comes a point when, what else do you do? I mean, we've exhausted all the means that are available to us at this point, except for maybe finding out what this DNA is that they're holding right now. And after that, we'll have to wait till somebody comes up with a new test that may not be in our lifetime. We're in our 60s now. And so, we may live 30 years longer. Don't know. We may die tomorrow. So.
But they're out there, and they've had life for, after this year, it'll be 29 years.
So something needs to happen.
Right. I mean, it's not fair. They're out there living their life, and I hope it's miserable. But
so what do y'all at this point want the FBI to do?
I want them to help the police department, give the police department what they're asking for them to do what they need to do on their end, and either it be yes or no at that point, and be done with it. And if by law this can't be done, I think it's time for a change in our laws.
Well, while I was sitting there through those trials, all those days and weeks, listening to the judge, listening to the lawyers, listening to this, listening to that, all the law is one man's opinion. And my opinion wasn't the same as their opinion. Read the Bible. It's just your opinion. I've got a real good friend that's a cowboy preacher. And me and him don't see eye to eye on a lot of this stuff because he looks at it one way and I look at it another. The FBI...
It's the eye of the beholder.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're kind of looking at. But the FBI could put a feather in their hat and we could pat them on the back so hard if they would just do the right thing. Like I say, keep it private. Mm-hmm. Just keep it between the scientists and the FBI and APD. And like I say, if something comes of it, then yeah, they should turn that, if there's evidence that we need to go further to see if it was. But I'm telling you, it wasn't. There's somebody there. It was either a customer or it walked in or walked out because we have the right guys.
Yeah. Or it could have been a fifth person.
It could have been anybody.
Yeah. What do you make of this privacy argument, Bob? That the FBI holds up. You know, we can't do
Well, I think it's crap. I think they're reading the law in their opinion towards me, and I'm reading the law in my opinion towards them, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
You cannot withhold evidence in a murder case.
I think if it was them, they would look at it different. I think a lot of that is, you look at it one way because you don't have any involvement. Mm-hmm. But if it was your child or your family member, I think you would look at it a lot different. Like we say, we're just wanting law enforcement to work together. I just don't understand why that can't be.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's privacy and all of that. I respect people's privacy, but I think law enforcement should kind of be different there.
Get up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror, and ask yourself what's the right thing to do. Don't look at the laws. Don't look at this. Is this the right thing to do?
And their argument again was, there's nothing there for you.
Right.
But they don't know that. I mean, they don't know the case. That's my look at it.
Right.
They can say you don't need it, but they don't know all the details. Mm-hmm. I mean, there may be one tiny thing that triggers something, and we need that.
Yeah.